Hi, welcome to Quantum Healing with the Angels. My name is Sarah Webb. I'm here with my husband, Travis Webb, and
Hello.
we wanted to just say hi and explain a little bit finally about who we are and how we came to be doing what we're doing, how we have our podcast and um, how we came to be doing quantum healing and channeling. And do you want me to start?
Well, we found quantum healing online and we just wanted to see what quantum healing was. And
Mhm.
we started watching videos on it and seeing how people were doing it. Like, you know, sometimes they were healing people, but they were just talking about the light all the time.
Do you wanna talk about, like, why we were watching those? Like me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking for a way to heal myself that was not Western medicine. So I had a lymphoma, form of blood cancer in 2019, and I had seen my mother go through cancer treatments, and I knew what they were like, and I didn't wanna do that. I had been looking for a way to heal myself. And a friend of mine mentioned Dolores Cannon and this modality called quantum healing, right?
Mm.
And that's how you and I heard about it. And we got hooked up to somebody's YouTube page, right? It
Yes.
started.
Yeah. And we started watching her videos and seeing how she was sending people to past lives and she was helping them. They were having all kinds of past lives from everything, like aliens, like anything you can think of. People saw it, and they had lives as different beings and stuff. And we were just fascinated by it. We researched it a lot,
Mhm.
and then finally we just decided to fly to see her.
Yeah.
I did mine at home after you did. Well, first you put me under yourself, actually, because I saw it and I was like, I just want to see if you can do this to me and see, because I could never be hypnotized or anything. I just want to see if you could do it, just try it and see. And you did it for me, and I went under really fast.
Yeah. I had watched so many of those sessions. I wasn't a practitioner yet. I really wasn't sure. I really didn't think I could do it, you know? But I had the sessions, and you had a bad dream, if I
Oh
remember.
yeah.
Yes. So,
hmm
do you remember it?
The dream was about, we was just, sitting in a house watching TV, and these aliens came and just they came and attacked, and they pretty much just killed us. That was pretty much the whole dream. And I woke up and
So they killed
they
me,
killed us.
our cats, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that
and they killed me too after. But
and you, right?
when I woke up, that's when I told you to just to try that on me, because I want to see what that was about. And
Yeah.
then you put me under, and one of the angels came through, and they told us, like, it happened that easy. Like, I didn't think I'd be able to go under that easy, and I didn't remember anything when I woke up. I didn't remember anything.
And I was shocked that I could even put you under, to be honest. And I
Mm.
don't remember what angel it was. I don't think we recorded that, right?
We didn't record it, but
No.
I think it was Michael was the first angel that came out.
Was it Michael? Okay.
I think it was Michael, and he told us what the dream was about. And he said it wasn't a dream. We were in a parallel life, so it wasn't even a dream. It was a parallel life, and that was really like got us interested in this stuff, because
Oh, that's
I
right.
thought it was a dream. And he said, "No, you died in a parallel life," and I was like, "Whoa."
And I remember, I don't remember much of it, but I do remember, I think we talked to your higher self first, and
Mm.
your higher self was funny about it. He made
Oh,
a
that's
little
right.
joke. Do you remember?
Can't remember the joke. I
It
can't
was
remember
like
the
it was
joke.
like it was like, well, at least with that life, you won't have to worry about anything else because it's all done, it's over
Yeah,
with.
yeah, that's what he said. So they're pretty funny sometimes. When they come through, they come through like for me, they come through like regular people. They don't really say too much mystic stuff. They pretty much talk to us like we're talking to you right now. Like they just put it down like it is.
Yeah. I don't know if this is because it's Travis's way of speaking. I think every legitimate channeler out there, they're going to have their own voice, they're going to have their own way of speaking. And I think that's probably a good thing because different people will relate to different patterns of speaking or whatever. Somebody
Mhm.
might want to hear a formal, someone very formal. You're more laid back, and that's kind of how it comes through.
Right.
And they've told us if it was through a woman or through somebody different, it would sound different. But one
Mhm.
unique thing about Travis, though, is that his voice changes are very pronounced. The first time we heard your higher self, I think we kind of giggled because he sounded so funny to us, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
it sounds like he has an English accent, but at the same time,
yeah.
it sounds like an Asian person trying to speak English sometimes. So,
Yeah, I can't figure it out, but it's funny. Your higher self, we found this out because we did one session where they let you, because you don't usually remember these and I have to record them, but the one where you got to see your past life in England, you were a duke, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Duke.
uh, Edmund,
Yeah,
Edmund of Lang.
yeah.
And where was I going with this? Your higher self and Edmund sound the same, but
They sound pretty close.
maybe back then the English accents sound different. I have no idea. I've just tried to figure it out, and I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know why it's such a funky accent, but it is funny. And
Yeah.
he's always funny too. Uh,
Yeah, he says a lot of funny things. When angels come
so
through,
funny.
they pretty much straightforward with you when they come through. They don't beat around the bush. They tell you the information you need to know. Sometimes if you ask them a question, they won't answer it. Like future things, you can't say, okay, what's gonna happen in, 2024. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do any kind of fortune telling stuff for you,
Ooh, yeah, we made that pretty clear.
Yeah, they won't
If
do
you
that.
if you come into it, and actually we don't do these anymore because of this. Actually, we have a channeling that's going to go up that will kind of explain why people really have to get to their belief on their own and not through another person. We all would love to have a psychic tell us everything, right? But they said that is not how it works. I think sometimes when people see you channel, they think that you can just tell the future, but they've made it very clear that they don't do that and won't do that because it's not how it works. It kind of against the rules because I remember they've said, well, we could, but that would be like cheating.
Yeah, so they also said that you just don't need to know. They
Well,
pretty
yeah.
much say like that's not gonna help you knowing the future. You
Well,
just have to just go with it.
it's not really going to help you believe because we've done some surrogate sessions where Travis has stepped in for somebody's higher self. It doesn't help them believe it anymore, or even if
Mhm.
he says things that are true in their life or come true, they may believe he's a good channel, but that doesn't make them believe in themselves or in the modality of quantum healing or in, say, spiritual things. It doesn't make a difference, really. They have to
Right.
come to that. And it's almost like, what's the same for me? It's the same for me and you. It's like I had to believe it first, and then I started seeing things. We've had a lot of experiences that way where we had to believe it before we saw it.
Right.
Yeah. Would you
Right.
say? Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Mm.
this past month, I haven't done a channeling for a long time. Everybody goes through this. You They tell you not to let the negative energies bother you and problems bother you, but it's really hard because we're only human. And I got to a point I wasn't really mad at them, but I just didn't want to do it for a while because you know the negative energies that get to you, and they say, oh, you get to a point where you're like, well, what's the point of doing it? It's not going to help, and they'll play mind games with that. They'll play mind games with you where
And
you
negative
just
energy, you mean?
yeah, the negative energy will just play
Yeah.
mind games with you, and then you just kind of forget about all of the good stuff because they can make you forget everything, all the good things that you did, all of the things that good information they gave you in the past. You literally almost forget about it and lose yourself for a minute there.
Mhm.
So everybody's human, even
Yeah.
even we're not superhumans, and just because I can channel and stuff, I don't think I'm better than anybody else, and because other people can do it too.
Yeah.
We're not different than anybody else. We could just we can channel and do certain things that certain people can do, but the archangels actually said that everybody can do it. They said everybody can
Mhm.
do it.
Yeah.
Some people just have to believe it, but they literally said that everybody can channel if they believe it. So
Yeah.
that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I think that's cool too. Uh, and it's funny because channeling and quantum healing hypnosis, it's kind of it's the same thing, really. We're awake when we do it, when we're in a session. We might feel a little sleepy sometimes, but
Mm.
we're channeling our higher selves. And again, it's like you kind of have to go for it. You just have to open your mouth and start speaking because
Mhm.
if you worry about what's going to come through, nothing will come through. So
Right.
and there are, if you're having a really hard time with it, there are ways to learn how to get more comfortable talking to your higher self. Like I know a lot of those now. But yeah, you do kind of have to like jump in the just dive in, right? Dive into the
Hmm.
pool, go for it. Yeah, like I've been doing channeling lately on my own. I was kind of jealous. Travis is like got this instant kind of gift that he's meant to have. And so I've been trying it and it works. I'm like, wow. And I'm awake. But that doesn't mean it's not channeling. There's all kinds of channeling. Mm.
Everybody channels a different kind of way. Because when I
Yeah.
go under, I'm pretty much just out. Like when I
Yeah.
go under, I feel like I literally feel like I'm just taking a nap or something. Like, and I
Mhm.
go to sleep, and then I don't remember anything. When I
Yeah.
first started channeling, I felt like I was awake. When I first started doing this, I was not all the way out, and I felt like,
That's interesting.
but I was talking, but stuff was just coming out, and I was like, you know, I said, "There's no way," because at first I thought I was making it up, but at the same time, when we went back and listened to it, I said, "There's no way I can ramble all of that. I can't think that fast. I can't think that
Right.
fast and just keep
Yeah.
saying stuff. I don't care what kind of imagination you got. There's no way you can make up
Mm.
stuff because you couldn't even hardly get any words in because it
Oh,
was talking so much. So there's no way nobody can make something up that fast. There were no pauses or nothing. They were just talking,
mhm,
talking,
mhm.
talking. There's no way somebody can make up
Yeah.
something
I don't
without
think there
giving the other person a chance to even ask a question.
it's true. Sometimes I don't know when to say something else because sometimes they get going pretty fast.
Yeah.
I do believe everyone can learn it, and I actually believe everyone can learn it to the extent that you well as deep as you go.
Yeah, they
Um,
can. I know they
if they
can.
if they want to, because over time, even you are getting better and better, better. I've watched this over the last. It's been a year, right? About a year, a little over. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
about
it's been
year and
over a
a
year now, kind of think about it.
yeah, year and a half maybe.
Yeah.
But Travis and I went to what's that thing called in LA?
The Conscious Life Expo
Right, the
in
Conscious Life
February.
Expo. And that was the first time I saw Travis channel with his eyes open and standing up, really. So, over time, you're getting better at it too. It's like the energy is coming in more easily. Mm. Yeah. So I think anyone can do it. I just think you have to practice, and a lot of people don't know where to start, but there are resources out there and books, different things. So,
Yeah, because
yeah.
yeah, we basically just want to take this time to talk to everyone to let us know who we are. We're pretty much basic people. Like we're not we not or influencers or anything. We pretty much just regular people like you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. We just wanted to talk to everyone so they can get to know who we are, and we're pretty much just simple people like everyone else, basically.
I wanted to say one thing about my experience and why I became a practitioner. It wasn't just because I put you under, it was because the angels actually, over time, they kept coming through and giving us messages. And one of those messages was, it wasn't telling me what to do, but it was kind of a little nudge like, well,
Mhm.
you've already done it. Why don't you maybe try doing that? Maybe try being a practitioner, or I can't remember what they said, but
Yeah.
they said something like that. And then it came through later on that that was the way that I was really going to heal, was through being a practitioner.
Hmm.
And so I had taken the classes and I was kind of slacking a little bit. I wasn't getting going with it.
Hmm.
I remember they came through and said, "You need to get on with it because this is how you're going to heal your body."
Yeah,
And
that's
so,
that's that's pretty much what they said.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a long story, so it's hard to remember everything. But yeah, that's what they said. So then I started really doing a lot more sessions, and the more I did, the more I healed. And I'm talking now about quantum healing through hypnosis. It is a very powerful, and I don't know why. I've talked to Candace Crawl Goldman, who uh, we just had on our show. I've talked to her before about why is it so powerful, and even she doesn't. We don't really know. We just
Hmm.
know that it is, and I can always feel, the more I do it, especially, I can feel angels and other people. Are always there. Um, it can be very life changing if you believe in it, and even sometimes for people that don't believe in it, things still happen. And
Yeah.
sometimes they'll come to the session and say, well, I had this many questions, but like 7 of them have already been taken care of now. So it's funny how that can happen too. It's just amazing. So I've had my own sessions done and I do them for people, and between the two, I think just working in that much light, as the angels say, is what has healed me. Um, I did not look well when I started. I am not showing those videos. Sorry, but I looked a little gray. Yeah, apparently I look a lot different now. All that pain is gone, and I just don't feel it anymore. And I could
we
go on about that, but that's a whole other story. I haven't been to the doctor, but believe me, when you have something like that, you feel it, and
yeah.
it's just not there.
We appreciate everybody watching, and we actually appreciate everybody's comments too, the positive
Oh,
comments, and
yes.
we really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
those. It helps us out a lot to keep going.
There was a time when life was getting us down, and we were almost like, should we even keep going? So those really do help us, and we appreciate everybody who listens. Thank you all. I wanted to finally tell you how we got here and how we ended up doing this. It's a surprise to us too.
Yep, it
We
was a
never
big surprise.
never expected when we got married, never talked about anything spiritual. Never
Mm,
expected to do
nope.
anything like this. And so here we are.
Yep, and thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank
And
you
keep
so much.
listening and watching when we have more for you.
Yes. Oh, and I am doing a new type of session now, Quantum Connect. They're really cool. They're short sessions, but they're wide awake sessions. So that too, if you'd like to do a session with me, whether it's a quantum healing session, like a traditional hypnosis style, or one of these new wide awake sessions, I would be honored. Thank you again. And I think that's it, right? I think that's all we got.
Yeah, thank you all for listening and watching. And you'll see more of us, so.
Yep. Yep. We'll try to be on camera more. So, all right. All right. I hope everybody's having a great day. Bye.